Namaste. I am Ryan Chatterjee of studying in class 11 of Swarnim International School. Today I am here to tell you about one simple thing. So I request that you give me your attention for just a few more minutes. We all love cold drinks, right? Whether it's a party or a personal celebration or even just our birthdays, we will sure have some amount of cold drinks there just for the fun of it. But the thing is, these cold drinks, which we consume on an almost daily basis, have some pretty harmful effects on the body. And now, yes, you will tell me that, Ryan, we all know this. It's already written there. We're just taking it for the fun of it. But here's what you do not know. Despite some of the stuff being written here, there is in fact a lot that is missed out. These are the few things that are extremely lethal to a human body. That is, number one, acidity levels. In any kind of generic soft drink, what you will find is an acidity level of around 5.5. That is, if it's carbonated. This is something that is extremely dangerous to our body. The second, you will find an increased level of glucose. Glucose as in calories. And you might say, yeah, calories are good for us, right? It will help you work out and stuff. But the thing is, an excessive amount of calorie does not help you in any way whatsoever. That's why most times people say eat in a limited amount, do not consume too much. That is because an excess of calorie ends up damaging the body. And the third, and perhaps this is the most important point here, are phosphate levels. Now, you can look at the back of a bottle. You will find an ingredient list, but the thing is, you won't find phosphate mentioned anywhere. So you will tell me, oh, there's no phosphate. What am I supposed to do about it? But here's the thing. There is in fact a ton of phosphate in it. And this is what we do not realize. So today, we're going to test out all of these three things, whether it's acidity, glucose, or the extremely lethal phosphate, which is usually only found in fertilizers used in fields. For our first display here, this is a test of acidity by the way, we have an aerated cold drink. We have put this in a watch glass and this is our second exhibit. Another cold drink, but this is something that has not been colored. This is our pH paper. I will be tearing two strips of it. And what I will do is that I will put these in these drinks and I will leave it for a while. After a while, you will get to know, judging by the color of the pH strip, of the exact acidity level present in these cold drinks. And so here, 5 minutes later, we have the results. As you can see, Exhibit A, our colored drink, and Exhibit B, our non-colored cold drink. Now when I lift up these strips of pH paper, you can very clearly see the difference in color, right? One, you will see it red or yellowish red. This is for the colored one. And the other, you will see it on the same range of yellow. This is for the non-colored one. And now, if you check it on the pH strip, this slightly colored orange is the same match for 5. Meanwhile, this non-colored one is a similar match for 7. This just goes to show that how much of a health problem these kinds of cold drinks, especially the colored ones, can cause. Once again, we're back with colored drink Exhibit A and normal drink Exhibit B. Now, what we're going to do is that we're going to take ammonium molybdenate. We're going to take a little of it and then we're going to put it in both the test tubes. Little bit of shaking. Similar process for our second non-colored drink. Mix. Now this test is for potentially the most dangerous hidden compound in all of soft drinks, which is phosphate. Now, phosphate, as I told you earlier, is something that is most commonly found in fertilizers and weedicides, which are used to kill insects and protect crops on the field. Now, I'm pretty sure we've all studied in our science class how these chemical fertilizers can be extremely harmful to health, biological stacking of these poisons across food chains. Now what we're going to do is that we have concentrated nitric acid here, HNO3. I am going to take each of these test tubes with the mixed ammonium molybdenate in it, and I'm going to mix a decent amount of this acid. And indeed, we are proved correct. Brown, steaming, and the definite presence of phosphorus. And this is just for the colored one. This is the second. We can see it has lighter effects on this, primarily because it's non-colored. The colored ones are more dangerous, but we can see the steaming effect and the fact that it is slowly turning murky. This particular effect on the mixture of ammonium and nitric acid is something that proves the presence of phosphate. Once again, an extremely lethal chemical which is not mentioned on the back of these cold drinks, as they are required to do so by law. So here in test tube A, we have once again our colored cold drink, and here in test tube B, another non-colored cold drink. And in front of us here, we have failing solution number 1 and failing solution number 2. Now this is the generic test for any calorie amount in a drink. Now the thing is, if it is a high level calorie drink, you will find it in a yellowish green range. And if it's anything higher than that, which is a life-threatening level, you will find ranges of red, and in case it is even larger, you will find brown. So here, first we're going to test it on our first test tube, which is the colored drink. And then we're going to pour the second solution. We're going to leave this for a while. Once again, second test tube, non-colored drink. First a failing solution. The second of the solution. Leave this for a while. And we're back with our calorie test. After having it settle down for quite a while, we can now see the reactions here. This was our first exhibit, which was the colored cold drink. You can see it's a murky brown, a reddish tinge, and I would like to remind everyone here that this particular calorie test shows yellowish green, like this color, for an absurdly high amount of calories, and brown is for a life-threatening amount. So, this is the non-colored, this is the colored, both extremely dangerous. And now it is up to you to make your choice, whether you put these in your body or not.